friends we've already made.
That guy over there.
That guy over there.
Look, he takes tickets. Look at our ticket taker.
Are you taking
Hey.
a job?
You don't want to take a ticket again?
Hey, guy.
Bert. Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
What y'all doing? Come on.
A goose on steroids kind of shit.
Yeah, one person.
What you doing? Eating popcorn.
Good morning.
Where's that
morning.
popcorn?
Popcorn, carrots.
He ain't having no parts of those.
And he's not eating the carrots
No.
at all.
What do
Ain't
you
into
get
the
over
salad.
there?
Ain't in the
There's gonna be
salad.
someone.
Good morning. Good morning. How are
Hi,
y'all?
guys.
Is that how Carl takes it? He
morning.
just picks.
Good morning, good
Good
morning.
morning. Go ahead and say good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, hello. We're waiting for the bus to come back. To take
Right?
us.
Yes.
So,
He's coming. Look at him.
Here he comes. Yeah,
our
he's
new
starting
little
to
friend.
stuff.
Look at those big feet.
You can't have my ticket.
You gonna take his ticket?
No! You can't have tickets. You don't drive the bus, you're not getting tickets.
Well, we can't get on. What were you doing, dude?
He's taking his job.
This is late to bias.
chew your finger like that.
Yeah, right.
We're in Halifax, Pennsylvania. And here comes the bus we're getting on.
Popcorn. He's taking all the popcorn
That's an
around.
earring.
It is. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. Don't eat that.
No.
You ate it.
That can't be good.
No, you should not eat an earring. You can eat popcorn down below. Hello? Hello? Oh,
You
Lord.
like the phone?
No, we're not doing
Like that was, like guys, that was not zoomed in. That was up close and personal with our little friend here. Here's our bus.
More.
We're late to Bias. We're going on a little safari ride. It is a nice day. It's hot. But we ran here to get on the lawn
It is
first.
hot already.
Because
Okay.
the lawn. Oh, geez, this one scares me.
You're showing him his popcorn. He's the biggest one too.
He's a big guy.
What are we excited to see?
A
The
Watusi.
It's a
Watusi.
Watusi.
Watusi. Aww.
That's what we want to see.
Just poop.
Well, they gotta poop. Everybody poops. Yes, it is in Halifax, Pennsylvania, right outside of Harrisburg. Hey. Hey, hey. Oh, well, hello. Somebody say hello from Australia.
Wow. Hello.
Man, goodness
What's that?
gracious. It is hilarious. There's all these carrots, and they will not touch them.
And popcorn.
Ticket? Ticket?
Good morning, Michelle. So it's not super exciting now, but once we get on here, it'll be much more fun.
I see the Watusi for real.
Do you really see
I
what?
think so.
And so what we do is we get out here and the bus stops. And then we get to see what's going on.
Hi.
Ticket.
No, we need to keep our tickets, I do
Hello,
believe.
good chef.
What's up, Fuzzhead? You guys are having a bad hair day. I like how they strut.
How's everybody's
He's
Friday
taking
going?
that popcorn. Just completely
Everybody's
ignore
having
the
a
carrots.
wonderful, wonderful
It's
day.
funny, they want absolutely new parts of them carrots. That's my kind of bird right there.
Yeah. It is pretty. It's going to be a hot one, so we came early. Right when
And
they
one
had
good
the-
thing is them other buses didn't have the canopies in them.
No, I know. Last time we were here, they did not have the canopies. This time they do, which will be a huge, huge help. So,
The littlest one might be the most underrated.
You know what I like? I wish we
she's
had.
like if somebody raised an emu, they almost killed a guy.
I would like to.
Oh my gosh!
I'd like to have this building.
You think they'd like give it to you? Oh no, we are not at a bird auction.
No.
No.
I'm ready to go on the
No.
safari.
This is our kind of family day. We're just kind of doing this, but this is so cool. We are not at an emu.
What?
We're not at an emu yet. Yet.
Okay, people
Oh.
are...
So we're getting ready to get on it. In just a second, he's pulling the dust up. These little pits. I feel bad that one ate an earring. It can't be good. Okay, guys, we're just getting ready to get on the bus.
Let's watch what they do.
What are you guys doing? They're not moving. Okay, maybe we should move now.
Look at this. He's like, yeah, whatever.
I'm leading the way.
Take your time.
Take your time.
That's hilarious.
He took his time, all right.
As I said, male emus are nicer than females.
He definitely took his time.
Here we go, guys. We're getting.
Thank you for your patience. But now we are about to load up here, so please have your tickets ready. When you come through the gate, I'll be taking those right out of your hands for everyone in attendance. We're loading back to front. I need everybody to move and find the furthest seat for the entrance. 2 to 3 people on the seat, please. No skipping seats.
Jeffrey, you go. She got our tickets. Here we go, guys.
Here. Lead the way. Don't rip that out. I don't know what part we keep, what part we don't.
I'll give you an emu.
We're here for the Watusi.
What?
Watusi.
Well, welcome aboard, guys. Please move as far back as you can go. Much appreciated. That's how we can save space up here. Oh, look at all those tickets. Oh, look at these tickets. These are what I applied for. Well, thank you for coming aboard, of course. Careful
Thank
with the
you.
steps then. You're welcome, welcome, everybody. Careful with the steps. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, good sir.
All right. Here we go. Look at the line now. Man, we made a good choice. I don't think we're gonna. When he was little, we fit 3 to a seat. I don't think we're going to. Are we?
No.
Huh? No. I feel bad, but I gotta see that. But I'll scoot over here just in case. So, what are you two excited about?
The Watusi.
Yeah, we
Want to hold it, let them take it from you.
What did you?
That was chicken. They don't have teeth.
They just pick it up.
They're so cute.
They're adorable.
Yeah, 3 to a seat. Our like when Jaden was 3 and we came here, we could do 3 to a seat. However, our tickuses don't fit 3 to a seat anymore. So I don't know if they're gonna put somebody back here with me, but that's okay. Hey, Knoxville, Tennessee. It is hot here. It was already
What? See?
already 85. Boys, keep going. We didn't get food because we were afraid if we got in line to get food, the line would be crazy. Oh, he's gonna take the whole bag? No.
He took the whole bag.
Oh, your emu's name was Missy.
There was a free seat bag.
Oh, that's why he ate that earring. I don't know if you were watching, but one of them just ate an earring. So that could be why. We are at Lake Tobias. It's like a zoo/safari. Right now we're on a bus getting ready to go on like a little safari ride. So we're excited. We will leave here in just a second. The bus is almost full. Do you all want us to take you along? Is that cool? I don't want to bore you all with all this, but last time we were here it was pretty cool. So have to stop eating when they get full. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, look at this little girl. Oh, she was like, psych, I'm gonna eat it myself. Hello, hello. Hi, Ashley. Okay, guys, you want me to stay on while we're going on our safari? Like I said, we don't want to bore you. We never want to take time away from your day. Time is valuable, but... Here, chat for a minute. I asked them if they wanted, make sure they wanted to stay on. What do you do?
Of course, with that being said, testing 1, 2, 3. Am I coming clear, ladies and gentlemen, back there? Oh, thank you so much for the nod of approval. Much appreciated. I'm a middle child in desperate need of attention. What can I say? Well, welcome to Lake Tobias Wildlife Park Safari Tour. My name is Cameron. I'll be your humble yet stunningly handsome tour guide and driver here for today. And before we blast off and set sail on a safari tour of a lifetime, I must lay down one very big important ground rule. That being, while the bus is in motion, I need everybody to remain seated during these times. So let's keep all alligating horseplay and tomfoolery to an absolute minimum, please. Absolutely no standing up, move out the cabin, trying to see a neighbor, or break dancing, no matter how badly you feel the urge to do so, while both of my hands are on the wheel. Now, of course, we do have a few more rules awaiting us when we get to our first favorite parking spot, so I will keep you posted. But with that being said, this bus runs on both diesel and a little bit of enthusiasm. So before we get started, you guys ready to see some animals?
Hi, Ashley. Yeah, he does talk fast.
Keep me going too. I don't run on caffeine. With that being said, initiating launch sequence.
What's that guy looking at?
Here we go, guys. He doubles as an auctioneer. My Fred's having a bad hair day there.
He has a little bit.
See you, Sam. And we're off.
Oh, what a nice, beautiful sunshine.
Ashley, well, hang tight. It's going to get more.
We're even that way.
You guys are
well, I'm not.
natural convertible. That is my safari tour bus. And you guys are lucky. You guys are getting the new sunroof we just installed this year. It's a little experiment of
Look
ours.
at him.
It can be quite a gamble to actually get here on time for that. So, of course, you guys were the luck of the draw. We've only got 3 buses so far with them. Now, of course, it does come with its caveats. For example, I don't have any ACs and all my windows don't seem to be coming down. Of course, I don't think that should be a problem. We are approaching our first destination here in about 10 seconds, everybody. So, everybody, brace for brakes back there.
Hey, Waylon.
I think we got some donkeys, guys, but we got to find them first. They'll come around.
You each have your own cup.
Where they at? Where they at?
Alrighty, folks. Now, before I lovingly introduce you guys to our lovely equines out here, I must reiterate to you all that while the bus is in motion, I need to see everybody's pushes on their
Absolutely,
pushes.
Nancy.
Thank you. Now, of course, there are a few other rules for your safety and for the safety of our animals out here are as follows, and I will be covering them very fast, so you better be paying attention. If at any point you're reaching out to pet, feed, or briefly touch the horns of our cattle species coming up, but never grabbing them, please do not lean your entire body over the side of this bus. Yes, that does include sitting on the railing or on top of the seat, because chances are you will very likely fall off my side, and then face first into a steaming hot cow patty. Then you would stink. Not yummy. They are not moon pies. And then I would not let you back on as a result of that. Now, of course, just to be clear, no one, not even me, can exit the bus at any time outside the station. So if I were you, I'd keep a tight rein on all those personal items of yours, the likes of which being your hat, your phone, your keys, your wallet, your glasses, your bags, that's even all you kids. Anything you hold near and dear to your heart, I suggest you doing more so that your item does not quickly become a new exotic treat for an exotic animal. Now, the only treats you are allowed to feed our animals out here are as follows and as follows only. Being the carrots, pellets, and popcorn you would receive from the safari station. So nothing from home, please, nothing from the store, and nothing out of a Ziploc bag. I'm keeping my eye on you out there, because we keep them unvet approved and well-regulated diet out here, and we would love to keep it that way. So under no circumstances do I only leave the side of my bus, only to find an emu with a lollipop sticking out of his mouth.
Hi, Lori.
That'd be a very big no-no. Of course, adding to my list of big no-nos, I have a very big imaginary line right in front of these 2 front row seats up here. So please do not turn the area that I'm currently standing in into a passenger seat.
Hi, bud.
I don't want to hear anyone calling shotgun, essentially. I also don't want anyone coming down these steps except for me.
Go ahead, bud.
We've got
Thank
those
you.
big doors there for a reason. Not appreciated if you didn't have the heart to ask me why. And of course, if you ignored everything I just told you and drop anything
Yeah.
or any
He's
one
not
up
like
beside
the
this
emu,
bus,
not
please don't do
when
that.
he
That is
wants
sacrifice.
kids.
Please let me know without standing up so I can come back and give you a classic slap on the wrist. Call your mother, tell her what you did, and then I'll finally call
Needs to
someone
be
in the field
filled
to
up.
retrieve that for you, just after a little bit of teasing and public embarrassment on my part. So let's do our best to avoid that, shall we? And of course, the one last very big important rule
Just
I
let
must
me
share with
see
you
what
all
you
is
do
that
it
all the
again.
members of our
Want to do it
species
again, buddy?
Sure.
What do you
are currently
say?
going through a
Thank
stage
problem.
of sensitive antler growth called velvet right now. And while I will love to get into more depth about here later on, as it can
He's
look
collecting
a
more
little
people's
but
carrots.
I will explain. They're not getting through any pain, I
Thank
assure
you,
I will
Ashley.
explain later.
Collecting the more
That their buds
carrots.
on top of their heads are incredibly sensitive. So I simply humbly ask you all in advance to please make sure you are not reaching out to
Mom,
touch those
I
antlers
don't
in any
think
way,
he
shape, or
wants
form.
you.
There you go.
Or else you'll actually make them lose all their shape and form. And then it'll be your fault why they won't get a girlfriend this fall. So please don't be the party pooper. But with that being said, I do believe it's finally high time. Everybody say bonjour.
Bonjour.
Wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. You guys just gave proper introductions to our lovely Poitou donkeys. They are from the western Poitou province of France.
Baby.
Yes, indeed, they're a French breed, a French national treasure, a heritage breed, and one of the largest donkey breeds in the world, if not the hairiest. In fact, if that hair is left traditionally ungroomed, they'd actually grow out so large and long, they form into dreadlocks. And that would keep them nice and safe from harsh weather, and even many pesky-biting flies. But with a heavy heart, I must also admit to you all that the Poitou donkey
Everybody.
is also considered a critically
Good morning, good
endangered
morning.
domesticated breed. There's only an estimated 3,000 left that are purebred.
We're at Lake
Though numbers can
Tobias.
vary, but one thing still stands, that is not a lot. Though that is better than back in 79 than the less than 50, so thank you, Conservation, for that. And we here at Lake Tobias love to contribute toward the cause with our herd of 7+ Poitous.
Do they have
Because the
kangaroos
biggest
here?
and proudest of
Do they
our
have
group
kangaroos
out here,
here?
his name is Jack, over here on the right.
We're not
So
sure
he
about
is French,
kangaroos.
so we call him Jacques. And he lives here at Lake Tobias with his 4 donkey wives. And he's got 2 donkey daughters. They're the smaller ones of our herd. Their names are Dolly and Jolene. Now, of course, that role has been superseded by that little black one down there, because that one was just born about a month ago. His name is Waffle.
Oh, look at the baby.
Now, of course, I am going to start with the engine here very soon, but I'd be remiss if I didn't briefly mention to you what lies in wait in that big gated enclosure out to the right of us as well, because that is the humble 12-acre abode of our white-tailed deer population. And you guys certainly know the white-tailed deer is a very prominent species here in North
I'm glad
America.
you all like it.
But they've also been our state animal since 1959. And those are just a few facts that I'll spit out at you as we
Hey,
cut along
Bubba.
the rest of your tour to come. So, of course, do
You
hang
came
on
on my
tight.
phone.
Remind me those
Hi,
years out
Bubba.
there. But of course, just to be clear to you all, when we are at a complete stop, the engine is turned off,
got a
and you
nuzzle?
see me yapping away up here. You are indeed free to stretch your legs, get a better view of those animals, and
There
move
you
about
go.
the cabin as you please.
Did he
It's
boop your
just when you hear
snoot?
the engine purring,
Did he boop your snooze?
like right
It's
now,
my, if it's
and
just
you
my,
see
that's
me
my,
about 10 times, I simply expect y'all to do the same.
You didn't even
And
chew
I'm
what
not
you
asking
got
too
yet.
much.
I know.
hi, up close and personal.
You have such pretty teeth. Yes, you do.
We love you.
Yeah.
You're very handsome. You're very handsome. That is so funny.
Now moving on with the rest of your tour to
Here we
come.
go,
And hey,
guys.
don't you worry, folks. I will be talking about a good bit of those flightless birds we also saw back there. Because we have 2 flightless bird species out here. And I'm just going to get this out of the way. None of them are ostriches.
I'm gonna be the one that drops my phone. Watch it. I can guarantee.
Of course, you can certainly spot a few white-tailed deer down by the trough of corn underneath the canopy. Those are 2 bucks laying down there with their growing horns at the moment.
I can't see
As
it,
well as
guys.
a gray
Sorry.
squirrel mooching off of the corn. But hey, don't you worry, folks. We're going to be passing by that enclosure a whole 2 more times on the rest of your tour to come.
We're on this
But
kind of
coming up here very
safari.
soon on the right side of our bus is, of course, that rather large building with the green gates. That right there would be Lake Tobias' very own holding barn. And we will use that big old building to house many of our cattle species during the harsh and cold, chilly Pennsylvania winter. Though, of course, many of these species out here are considered incredibly hardy in nature, meaning these guys can withstand the
Where we're
ice
going.
and snow. All except for our African eland, of course, which I hope we will be encountering here very soon.
Oh, look,
because they are
there's
my
a bunch up
personal
here. This
favorite
is
from the
exciting.
safari field. And as we did make our way through the intersection, we're taking a big old left turn over what we call our giraffe hill up here.
Okay, here we
Wonder
go.
why it's called that? Well, let's go find out, shall we?
We're going uphill.
And midway up this hill, I will advise you all, we are going over the smallest, ever so tiniest bump. So please make sure that you're safe and secure in your seats.
Are you
And I'll be driving
having
over
fun?
that as slowly
Are you
as I
having fun?
can. Nobody better bump out the back, so I'm sure you guys signed the waivers.
I feel like we got a bunch more here. Oh, bump. Sorry guys, we're going over bumps. Oh, big bump.
Sorry to rock the boat back there, folks, but hey, don't you worry. I'm about to rock your socks off. Because coming up on the summit of our giraffe hill, y'all can finally bear witness to the very reason we call it that. Over on the top left corner of our bus is our lovely, reticulated giraffe barn.
Oh, look, there's giraffes, guys. We're going there later.
Now that barn is rather big now, ain't it? That's about 2 stories tall to be exact. And that is what you need to house the world's tallest mammal.
Good morning,
Now, of
good
course, the
morning.
tallest within our giraffe herd of 4 is Bakari.
Oh,
He
look.
stands at an impressive
I think we're going
16 and a
right
half
on.
feet tall. Right below him would, of course, be his other little oddball brother, Tucker. And the 2 smaller ones of our giraffe herd are Kimba and Oliver, respectively.
Easy.
A little bit more about those guys as we make our way up and around the bend. But folks, we're fastly approaching our next parking spot. We're about to shine the spotlight on these adorable little deer species out to the right of us.
Look at all that. Holy cow.
We're gonna stop. You see all those guys? All the
He did. Hanging out under the tree.
Look at all that.
Look at the big one in the middle
I
there.
know. Okay, I can see that now, right?
Now you can.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty, let's see if I can't coax these guys over just a tad.
Here they come.
Now, of course, I will talk first and foremost about the little deer species out there because they are not your average North American whitetail. Those guys out there, everybody say hello and good day to the European fallow deer. Bunch of good fellows and chaps out here, I do
Here
say.
they're coming. Look at that huge one.
The European fallow deer comes from Europe and some small parts of Asia. And as you guys can also see, they can come in a variety of different flavors, including vanilla, chocolate, and cookies and cream. Of course, I'm just a little peckish for ice cream up here. Don't you mind me? What I meant to tell you is that the fallow deer can, in fact, come in a variety of different co-colorations based on their genetics. It does not actually matter what color their parents are,
Look how
as long as they
pretty
carry
they
the
are.
recessive gene they need. They can come in a light brown, dark brown, speckled,
Here you
darker
go.
toned, and
Just
even
put
that
some
pretty
personal
pure
here.
white.
I'm trying.
So speaking of those fallow deer out there residing in the shade, and don't you worry, I'll get to these large horn species here in just a moment.
Looks like,
fallow deer
hello,
are currently
hello.
possessing those antlers they are growing
You're gonna
back
feed
right
me.
now. And
Hello.
speaking of which,
Hi,
this right
baby.
here in my hand at the front side of my bus, raising high for all to see, is in fact a real
I don't have
European
any.
fallow deer antler that fell off of one of our many bucks out here. And yes, unlike horns, antlers will fall off every
They are
single
very
year in
pretty
Great Row.
looking.
So the owner of this previous
don't got
antler
nothing,
is doing
baby.
just fine. He simply relinquished his
Oh, look at the
property and used it for the sake of
baby.
education. This looks a bit different in their size and shape than your grandpappy
They're
antler is
so
in his garage.
gorgeous, guys.
And that's because he likely has the
Oh.
white-tailed deer antler.
Hi,
which is called a
baby.
Pointed antler, by the way. But this here in my hand, the
baby.
European fallow deer antler, is called a palm.
You take it so
antler, 'cause it
gentle.
looks like the palm of your hand.
Look at this
But
little
of
guy
course,
back
my favorite fact
here.
about the European fallow deer antler is that according to our wives' tales,
He's like, you don't got
and if
food.
you were to ever find, touch,
got
or
some-
hold a lovely European fallow deer antler like this one,
They are
well,
really pretty,
you just
guys.
might receive 7 years good luck. If
Hi.
not luck for life.
Can I
But I'm a
let me
ginger,
pet
so I double
you?
that amount of time.
Can
And of
let me
course,
pet
I'll allow
you?
everybody to touch this lovely European fallow deer antler when they
Yeah.
come on tour later on.
me
Because it's made
pet
of pure
you.
bone, and hopefully
He's
pure
like,
luck
you
as
don't have
well.
food.
So, of course, these fallow deer
Look,
out
he's
here
getting-
are
this one's
certainly
getting
not the
closer.
ones closest to our bus, I
So
know.
little.
That honor goes to my personal favorite animal species you guys have well acquainted yourselves with. These
What's that
guys
white
are the
one?
world's largest species of
There's a
antelope.
baby one,
Say hello to the African eland.
Where's that? Where's the
The
African?
eland hail from Central and Southern
Hi, baby.
Africa. And being antelope, they have that one very big distinctive trait of theirs that not many other antelope, I'm sure, have. And that trait I can personally relate to, and you would certainly be able to hear it if they were walking in unison by our bus right now.
It's loud.
But, just like when I wake up at
There
6 in
you
the
are,
morning
little
to come here
buddy.
for work, the eland's legs are naturally known to snap, crackle, and pop whenever they walk. Now, of course, unlike me, that is actually the tendons in their knees, snapping back and forth into place every time they take a step. But no, it does not hurt that eland one bit, as much as it hurts the researchers' pride. Because they don't actually know why the eland makes that noise.
Oh, really?
It is still a mystery to this very day as to
They
what
don't
the
know why
purpose
they
is.
pop and crack.
But of course, the eland are also incredibly athletic. They are antelope after all. While they can only reach a speed of about 25 miles an hour, they certainly make up for that
I'm
in their
taking my
incredible
sunglasses
jumping ability. Because these guys are able to leap up to 6 to 8 feet
Gorgeous.
from a standstill. For a little perspective,
Here we have a new
that is
friend.
more than enough to hop over the side of this bus and well into the comfort of your lap. I just hope that never happens, because the average eland can weigh 1,000 to 1,500 pounds. And I would not be surprised if that big dominant male right there on the right side of my bus with the little toupee on his head weighed a ton.
Somebody just got mad.
And of course, if the eland did already look familiar when they were approaching our bus, I do believe they were
Claws
featured
are
in
so
the opening scene.
bad. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry if y'all got. I know it has to be miserable to have a sore neck. You can let us say hi. I'm glad y'all are enjoying. I was afraid y'all would be bored. But we enjoy it, so we thought we'd just take y'all along. Think
And
we're
of
gonna,
course, hearing that engine start up once again, we shall set sail up the rest of our giraffe hill that awaits
we're
us.
gonna go see giraffes.
Trust me, these guys are getting a plenty of snacks. But who is this big
Hi,
old white
baby.
bird on the right side of our bus up here?
Where?
That is one of our flightless bird species, and he is not an ostrich,
can't see
and
that,
he is
sorry.
not an emu either. He is actually the 4th largest flightless bird, the South American rhea. A little bit more about those guys in a bit, I assure you. But of course, I would love to mention, once again, the giraffe enclosure out to the left of us as well.
Look at the giraffes.
Now, those guys just wrapped up their last feeding here that just started at 10:30, about an hour ago. But folks, don't you fret. We've got another giraffe feeding
Look
coming
at
up here
those.
very, very soon at 1
They're so
o'clock.
regal.
Be
They're
sure
just
not to miss it.
gorgeous.
And of course, while you're up there, be sure to go up the hill a little bit more ways, because you'll also find our African lion enclosure out to the left of us.
Do you see the lions, guys?
We have got 4 African lions here at Lake Tobias. The 2 lionesses' names are Zuri and Ziva. And the main male hanging out with them right now is
You know,
Leo.
but my whole life's changed because I'm looking like, oh my gosh, can't imagine putting up all this fencing.
No, of course, Leo will actually be swapped out for his white African lion male counterpart,
Jesus, they're
Goku,
coming up.
this
Where are they?
afternoon. And that is because you cannot house 2 male lions together at the same time.
If I hear
in the
Watch
same
Uzis
ride.
one more time, I'm going to
There's gonna be
scream. So
trouble.
hopefully we are seeing them soon.
Now, as we make our way down and into the heart and center of our little woods, this little slice of heaven for a little R&R for
Look at
many
the
of our
bump of
animals, as you can see. You guys can maybe just spot there's 2 eggs resting in that nest next to that tree trunk out to the
Oh, yeah,
left.
look at that.
Where? Oh yeah,
Yes,
guys.
those are real
I don't know if
eggs.
you can see them. Right
And
there,
they
2
actually
eggs.
belong to that white South American rhea back there we had just passed by.
Those are big eggs,
The
guys.
South American rhea, the 4th largest flightless bird, although they can get up to about 5 feet tall and weigh up to 90 pounds, still very impressive for 4th place. They had just gone through their mating season this past June. Funnily enough, around Father's Day to be exact. And I do mean that funnily enough, because it is actually the fathers who will lay on the eggs.
I wish you all
not
could
the
feel it
mothers,
right here.
For 30 to
It's
45
so
days.
nice.
A little
Wind's
bit more about
blowing,
that, I
feels
promise
really
you, because
great.
we might just see a real-life example here very soon.
Last time we were here, they didn't have the
Because
canopy,
down to the
and
heart
it was
instead
hot,
of our little
hot,
woods,
hot.
we are passing through a pair of destructive cheers up here. So please make sure that you're keeping all of your arms, legs, tails, and boxer shorts inside the ride. I hope to bring you back with the same amount of limbs that you get a part with, of course.
Okay.
But I do not mean tree limbs.
Ooh, these are buffalo. I think they're buffalo.
But folks, we're coming up to our next parking spot, much closer than you think.
Bison. They're bison. Buffalo bison. I don't know. Help me out here, guys. We can't get a good picture of them, guys.
Right there, yeah.
Okay, we stopped. I didn't see that.
You want to stand up so you can see them?
Oh, look at these.
But before we get to our buffalo, actually, JK, they are not buffalo at all. A little bit more about those guys in a bit, I promise. I'm just here to tell you that
What are
Buffalo
these?
Wild Wings has been lying to you your whole life.
No, we're
But
here.
before we get to them, everybody say hola! Wonderful, ladies and gentlemen, y'all be getting stickers if I had some. To the South American llamas.
Llamas.
Want no llama drama out here. No, of course, these South American llamas come from the Andes Mountains of western South America. And I do know the Andes for their mints. They live to thrive at elevations of up to 14,000 feet in those rocky heights of the Andes. But of course, you guys are probably more well-informed and well-acquainted with the fact that it's most common among the llama. Raise your hand if you've heard of their nasty spit behavior. Ah, yes. You guys are well-educated, well-scholarly, and well-informed, and well-forewarned about the spitting behavior of the llama. That goes for many other species of family Camelidae, such as camels, alpacas, llamas, and guanacos. But that's an animal you haven't heard of. But of course, I'm also here to tell you, you've been lied to your entire life.
Oh, look.
Llamas are not capable of spitting
Really?
crazy much at all. They can't even move their tongues more than half an inch outside their mouth. And they don't have many salivary glands to work with. When they do spit, it's actually a puff of bad breath in your face, so it's not exactly pleasant, of course. But y'all should still consider that a warning shot. Because rather than spitting per se, they technically do something far worse. That being, they actually reach down into one of their 3 stomachs, pulling up gastric acid and partially digested food.
Oh.
And you could probably see where I'm going with this. To effectively projectile vomit on anything they deem a threat. And yes, that can be anything. Even each other, they are quite the stubborn species, and that is in fact how they assert their dominance. But I wouldn't fret whatsoever, folks. I haven't seen them do it to anybody in about a month.
I know. That's adorable. That must be his mama.
It seems like it doesn't have any predators.
Well, of course, with that being
Look, it's
said,
trying
I'd
to
be more
drink.
than happy to get us out of the llama shooting range. So we will mosey on up
look
this
at
turn
him
up here and say
running.
hello to the buffalo. Actually, not the buffalo,
Okay.
the bison up here.
Nobody will notice, will they? Let's grab it. See, it's like my service cow.
Now, of course, as we make our way up and around the right turn
They
up
are
here,
put in
you
the
can take your
water.
gander down there to the left in that inaccessible area, because that is currently holding one of our naturally flowing streams and watering holes. We have always got a water source for all of our animals out here within a quarter of a mile, so these guys are never
That's
going home with
huge.
parched throats.
Lord have mercy. That's big. And then I got that. Oh, hi, buddy. Woo. Hi, buddy. Got more deer.
Now, of course, we are also taking advantage of the nice shaded coverage of our little woods down here, as all of our animals are.
Where?
That nice breeze blowing certainly don't hurt either, I know that.
Deer.
Now, of course, these guys out here, as I had already mentioned, are not buffalo, but they
how
are the
huge that
North
one is,
American
guys.
bison,
Massive.
native to the western plains out here in America. Or they used to be. See, the bison, they once roamed the
Look at
land up
that.
to 60 million back in the 1800s. They almost were theorized to span from as far as California to PA. I'm being quite serious. Though, of course, when Manifest Destiny happened, which you learned in your history class, was the westward expansion of the United States. Many
gosh,
pioneers
I
and
would
settlers
die
hunted
looking
these
at
guys
the
down
buffalo.
almost
Look
to
at that.
extinction. There was only an estimated
That was
500 left by the end of the century. Now, of course, by the turn of the century, the government did realize what they were doing. Put a stop to all that hunting, and now the bison will live happily over in Yellowstone Protected Parks out
That's
west, with a
huge.
population of today of about 31,000. The bison are also the fastest animal in our safari fields. These guys can
Really?
reach a speed of about 45 miles an hour.
Did you only
And although they cannot turn on a dime, I assure you, they can turn on a nickel.
Did you know they could drive?
And as for the
run
white
45
bison
miles
out
an
here,
hour?
they are not albino, sorry to disappoint. They are just a far more uncommon coat coloration for a bison. That natural color is, of course, that light brown to dark brown they rotate. But the white bison out here are still a 1 in 10 million chance. In fact, Native Americans back then called them ghost bison because they thought they had some spiritual
It's supposed to be good
significance.
luck. Somebody's saying.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Is there a white bison here?
But hey, don't you fret, folks. We're not traveling more than a couple of meters up here near the exit of our little woods. We got a few
Here's
more
our little
cattle
dude.
species to introduce ourselves to.
I don't have food, dude. Sorry.
That's one.
Oh, maybe mushroom. Yeah, like that.
And there's one right beside
Here's the
me.
They're beautiful, guys.
You got a broken wing.
They are huge. Lord, I never knew they were this big. Oh, here's the Watusi. Jeffrey! Jeffrey,
Now,
Watusi!
folks, these guys up here noticeably have some much larger horns, and their heads
This is
have
what-
pretty good range of motion. So
What are
please
these?
make sure that
What
you're
are
not in the
those?
way of getting clocked on my ride.
These are... Look at these guys. Check out these horns. Holy Hannah.
Now, of course, I do actually have a few to talk about around here. Most notably, I would love to talk about those guys back there very quick. The black and white, short, stout, very much curly-haired, but very much strong guys out there, having that nice Oreo coloration, are the one and
Oreo?
only
Oreo.
Himalayan yaks.
Oh, they're yaks.
Those guys out there are the yaks. I'm about to yakety-yak about the yaks out here. The yaks hail from the Himalayan mountains of Tibet and Asia, in which they will thrive at elevations of up
Look
to
how big that one is up there laying down.
20,000 feet. That is incredibly high up there.
Look at the
So
baby.
incredibly high and cold. There's not too much oxygen
You
up
think I
there
could get
for
the
us
baby
to
look?
thrive, but those guys are doing just fine. It's those nice curly coats of theirs to thank, because that'll keep them nice and toasty and insulated up in those frigid climates of the Himalayan mountains. But of course, the Himalayan natives also take advantage of that. It's one of their most natural resources. They love to use that for fabric material.
Look
so I
at the
suppose
little
you could call them the yak of
dude.
all trades.
Good Lord.
But of course, as for this large corkscrew horn fellow over here to the right
What a yak
side of
and
our
pink
bus,
with that Oreo
this
color.
orange and white, lovely, photogenic guy out here.
Look
is
how
Big
happy.
Dex,
Look
don't
how
you
happy he
forget
is.
it. He is our one and
Call it
only
the Yak
Texas
Shack.
Longhorn.
The yak shack.
And for those of you who are curious,
Look
his
at
horns
those.
span 7 feet wide.
7 feet.
But that's not even the record. The record for a Texas Longhorn is 10 feet 9 inches.
So are these...
But he is only 10 years old, so he may grow them out a bit more.
That one in the back. The big one.
And although they've got Texas in their name, you might be surprised to hear they don't come from Texas at all. They actually came from Spain. They
Oh.
were dropped off here in 1541 by Spanish conquistadors, particularly a man by the name of Anglo-Saxons, when he came over to the country to pillage all the precious treasure and gold, and to make more elbow room on his ships to carry them all home. He simply dropped off his food supply here,
Look, look,
aka the
look at this
Texas
little baby.
Longhorn.
I
Now,
don't
these
care.
guys are incredibly
I just
hard
like this
species, so they
baby.
were then found
Hi, sweet
thriving in the
boy.
state of Texas
Hi,
by the
sweet
thousands
baby.
when other colonizers made their way over.
Oh, here's where I'm supposed to
But
start my
now
phone.
they've staked their claim, and now they are the Texas state
Hi, sweet
animal.
baby. I don't care.
There's a Texas long.
Right now I'm looking at baby.
And of course, the other large horn cattle
Look at
species
him.
surrounding us as well, with that more copper and whitish large horn coat coloration, or the African Watusi. The Watusi are native to Central Africa.
Oh, look how sweet.
Your mama's not going to like all this.
Sorry, my radio communication there.
Look.
But yes, the Watusi are native to Central Africa, countries like Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi. See, that's 5 times
I'm going to
fast.
grab it and put it in
They
my
are one
pocket.
of the oldest,
Look at
most
his horns.
classic
They look so
domestic cattle breeds in the world. They date
Holy
centuries,
cow, look
if
at
not
those guys.
thousands, back.
Yeah.
This is what Jeffrey and Jaden wanted. Oh, they tried to take
But
this.
of course, there is one more guy I will mention. Perhaps all of you in back probably can't see him quite often, quite as
Look at
much, but
these
don't you worry.
horns.
I'll be slowing down so you can get a much better gander. Both him and his
Just like
brother
you
up
look
here.
good.
Hi,
But
baby.
that
Didn't
guy all
fit
the
him
way out
again.
there with the black and white coat, and that
Mom,
guy
look
up
at
in
me.
the top
Look at
left
the
corner with the
situation
black
I'm
and white
in.
coat. Both of them are brothers. Their
How do
names
they
are
not
Bert
poke
and
each other
Ernie.
in the eye?
They
I'm
can.
serious. Bert is all the way out there, and Ernie's up there. They are both our
Whoa.
Indian Brahmin cattle. And the Brahmin
Wow.
are bred
These
from
right here,
4
I think, are the
different
biggest
types of
ones.
Indian cattle species called zebu. And zebu are incredibly sacred in their country of origin in India.
Hi, buddy.
It's actually illegal
You're
to try
gorgeous.
to move Ernie out of the way over there if you were sitting on it.
Man.
Over there in India, of course.
Holy cow, guys.
So if you would ever try to do so, you would either be fined or arrested. And I would not pay your
Could you
bail.
imagine somebody said, too bad we don't have nothing?
But of course, we are going to come within much closer range
They'd
of Ernie up
flip the
here.
bus over.
Do what?
They'd flip the bus over.
So make sure you're attracting all those limbs inside the ride, and we shall set sail out of the mouth of our little woods.
They do have better spatial awareness, because let me tell you, especially this one. This one's huge.
Look, they're getting eaten up by flies.
See you, buddy.
They're getting eaten. What's that thing? There.
As we make our way out of the exit of our little woods, be sure to take a gander out to the right. You'll certainly spot Ernie, the brother of
Alright,
Bert.
we can leave now.
Hello, Ernie. You guys notice that large hump
What'd
on
you
the back
say?
of the Brahmin?
What?
What'd you say?
All right, we can leave now.
You just don't jump off the safari.
I'll go back and hang out with them.
There's another white one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They are precious. Man, this bus is nice.
Well, they weren't little.
Oh, the baby.
Oh yeah.
The baby was.
Wow, this car doesn't look. Just goes to show you.
Now, of course, out to the right of us, I'd be remiss if I didn't briefly mention the South American ray out there as well. Those guys are plenty more South American ray birds. Now, how can you tell the difference between an emu and a ray? Well, it is rather simple, because the ray out here not only come just a little bit smaller than their cousins, the emu, but they, of course, have that distinctive whitish to grayish feather coloration. But, folks, we are fastly approaching our
same kind of wire we have.
Looks like they're meeting us halfway. And, class, what
Wow,
did I
those
tell
hooves are
you?
longer.
Please, 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 please. Do not touch those antlers. Good for you. It sounds like you guys have been studying.
Don't touch their antlers.
Don't touch antlers. Which way? Oh. I don't know if you'll heard, but they're velveting, and so their antlers are very, very sensitive right now. Oh dear Lord.
Listen, dude, that is my biggest motion.
I don't have to go anywhere.
Simply stress on that.
Hi.
Please make sure that none of you guys are touching those antlers. And why? I say that because it is because, of course, that aforementioned stage of velvet. Velvet is that thin layer of skin and fuzzy hair covering those antlers right now, and that is currently containing a necessary
We're
blood
at
vessel network of blood
We're
vessels,
at
nerves, and
Tobias,
nutrients that every
Lake Tobias.
living antler needs. All before it calcifies, of course, to eventually sort it into pure bone. And you guys can actually spot that with one elk back there on the back left corner of my butt. He has actually just taken off all of his velvet recently.
Hi, baby. Oh, sorry, I'm close and personal. Are you saying hi?
Now, of course, when that antler
Come here, they got
is
food
fully
down
covered
there.
and fully boned like that one guy back there has, it can be about 4 to 5 feet in span, and they can have up to a dozen points. Now, of course, it should be happening for the rest of these guys out here. Come later on this month, if not
Gorgeous,
early
aren't they?
September, just enter into the rut or mating season with your species.
Hi.
The North American elk themselves are the second largest member of the deer family, coming right below the moose in stature.
Hi, babe.
They can, in fact, reach an impressive height of about 5 feet tall at the shoulder. And
Look how
they can weigh up
huge
to
those things
1,000
are.
pounds. But as for these white-looking elk out here,
That's
no,
look
that
at
is
his horns.
not the natural coloration of an elk.
Hello.
You got one on the back right
Hello.
corner and one up here on the
What
top
you
left
doing?
corner. These white elk are what you would call
Can I pet you?
leucistic. You guys have heard of
I don't want to
albino
touch your
animals
horny.
before, I'm
I don't want to
sure.
touch your horn. That
No
will hurt
albino
you.
animal has no color in their skin or fur or really anything for that matter. And that is actually why an albino animal's eyes are red. That is the
Oh, really?
blood flowing behind the pupils.
I'm glad you're enjoying.
Now, of course, these guys out here have
We
their
start to
natural
hear you
eye
yell-
color, if
yell
not
at
blue eyes instead, because a leucistic animal only has a partial loss of color. That is actually why we have piebald deer. But if you worry about your fingers getting bit off before we pull out here, don't you worry one bit. Because like many of our grazing species out here, the elk don't actually have
An
any
hour
upper
and
teeth that
27
bite you.
minutes. It was well worth the drive. It was, Daniel, not a bad drive at all. It's just down the turnpike. You get off at Harrisburg. I know, it's what you'd think. Oh, that's the velveting. That's that.
But I am starting up that engineer once again because I know my fellow tour guides would love to get a piece of that antler action as they make their way down here too. So I of course won't linger here for too long.
It was not a bad drive at all.
Well, don't you worry, folks. We're about to
It's
set
so
sail.
nice. Look at that.
Because if you guys are returning guests, then raise your hands if you are.
Bye-bye, baby.
Oh, wow. We've got a good handful of returning guests here. Well, welcome back, folks. You guys
Wonder
have
where we're
probably
going
already
next,
noticed that our
guys.
tour route has indeed changed up a little bit. And yes, that field to the left of us was that field that we had used in previous years, but we had to close it down this year to regrow a little bit. So to compensate for that lack of space, we've actually opened up a brand spanking new field this year.
Oh,
That would be our east field. And that is where I'm hauling y'all out to right now.
okay, guys, we're going to the East Field.
Now, of course, coming up to the left of us, not only do we have yet another North American elk, but we have another Plateau donkey out there to the left, and that is another one of our
Oh
young
my
babies.
gosh, look at this baby.
That was born about a month ago. Her name is Swiss Roll.
Oh, hi, Swiss roll. Hi, Swiss roll.
But of course, coming up here on the left now is also two more
Nice
platoons.
little baby.
And these ones are Dolly and Jolene. Dolly is the one on the right, and Jolene is on the left.
Hello. Your first little rap. Yeah. Oh, the Swiss roll, not the cutest thing ever.
As we did slow down to admire, I also will admit you guys
We're
better
going
keep a
down,
gander
down,
out to the
down.
right side of our bus as well. Because we're also passing by our white-tailed deer enclosure once more. A few of them hiding underneath the canopy,
Can't
of
really
course.
see it very well.
The white-tail, although it is so common to see,
Yes,
also has its fair array of superpowers. We've got that high fence for a reason. That's because
going
they
down,
can leap
down,
up to
down.
8 feet in height, across 30 feet in a single bound, and they can run up to 40 miles an hour.
Sorry, we're getting there. Oh, look.
But hang on to your hats, folks, because I'm about to take you into some uncharted territory. Welcome to our brand new Eastfield this year.
Ooh, brand new field. Oh, Lord, look at this. Look how huge this property is. What's it here?
Now, of course, I will admit, we really should be calling this field nostalgic more so than new. Because you see, we actually haven't used it in a good 30 years or so since the 90s. And that is well before I was born. I'm out of my era. But of course, if you guys got a keen sense of eyesight, you might just
Did
be
you
able
just
to spot
hear-
plenty more
did you
South
just hear him
American
say-
red coming up on the right side
He
out
wasn't
there
not
in the
born in the
field.
90s. I feel old now.
We got a plenty of plethora of South American ray out here, don't we not? In fact, we have more rays than we do emus.
Yes, he did just say that. Yes, he just said it. Last used in the 90s before he was born. Oh, dear Lord. That's funny.
Now, of course, as we do reach the tippy top of this East Field up here, I wouldn't be surprised if many of you guys are thinking, Mr. Tour Guide, why is it so empty up here? Well, pipe down, kid. I'm here to tell you that this field hill up here is a little bit more barren than the rest, because since it is a brand new field that we've opened up for animals just a couple of months ago, many of them are still getting used to the fact that the grass might be a little greener on the other side. But there is still something very adorable I must share with you all while we are up here on the top of our East Field, because out there to the right is not only another South American
here,
ram,
take it.
but if you look even
Hand
closer,
it off to Jeffrey.
he's looking after his adorable baby chicks.
Look at the baby chick. See the baby one?
Although I won't stop the engine, I will stop for you guys to stare. That South American ray had committed to the 30 to 45 days of laying on the eggs. And now he's actually watching over his
Oh, it's
babies,
a daddy.
sometimes gathering them up in a group of males they funnily refer to as a daddy daycare.
They can get
But we are
lonely
coming within
because
much
they're
closer
so
range of yet another daddy ray
Go
out here
back
to
to
the
the
left of us.
Watusies, right?
Oh, that's a daddy ready. I was
Now these little
Yeah, you
ones
better
down here,
do-
we will only do a slow drive-by for the safety of the
Slow
chicks. They do like to run underneath the shade of the bus, and we of course do not
Alright,
want
guys,
that.
check out some chicks.
check out some chick.
Check out some chicks.
But you guys can
They're
certainly
young.
slow down and admire these little
Little
babies.
white one.
They are quite adorable, and they only hatched a little while ago. I believe these guys just hatched about 2 weeks ago, to be exact.
I don't know what
Oh,
these
look at them. They're so little.
Now he's a very proud father out there, and of course those baby chicks, they aren't going to take very long to actually look just like their, of course, handsome father. But the baby ray chicks can grow up to their adult size in just a year. And that is all thanks to their very special diet that is mostly comprised of seeds, insects, fruits, and even small rodents.
Oh, I want one.
You want what?
One of them. Yeah, get rid of these mice.
Now, folks, there is still
Now
something
Jeff wants
very
one.
special to mention about this field hill in particular. Because this field was the first ever field
Oh, they were
used
so
by our
little.
founder, J.R. Tobias, when we first opened our doors back in 1965. So yes, its history dates back much further than the 90s. And that was 60 years ago for those who can't do math. Now, of course, little humble origins, going down memory lane, of course. Our humble zoo started out as nothing
Like
more
he was saying,
than
I
our
think
late
this
great
field's
founder, J.R.
not
Tobias'
busy 'cause they just
retirement
opened it.
hobby. He loved to take
So,
care of animals, and who could blame
hope y'all
him?
don't mind just
So
looking
he
at pretty
personally
scenery.
traveled out to Kansas with two of his good buddies, and in his family's station wagon to bring back home with him 11 baby animals to
It's
his
bouncy.
hometown of Halifax, PA. And that is quite the commute. Now, of course, this hobby would very soon pique the curiosity of his neighbors and surrounding public, and who could blame them either? So
Well,
he
we're
invited
bouncing,
them all
sorry,
in,
guys.
charging them a mere 25 cents back in the day. No more than the price of a gumball to come to the zoo.
Wow. 25 cents?
Now, of course, our lineup has also grown quite significantly since then.
Oh my God.
We've gone from 11 baby
Jaden
animals
just
to,
asked,
I
was
don't
25
know,
cents a
how
lot?
about
I said it's a
whopping
quarter. He's like,
700
yeah,
plus
I know, but back in your
animals
day.
here today. And although JR did sadly pass away in
Something like in that
1996,
time.
his legacy shall
I was
live
not
on
born
through
in
his remaining children and
1965.
grandchildren who sit
Jeez.
back taking ownership of the park to this very present day.
1970.
Check out that white-tailed deer enclosure one last time on the left of us. You guys folks, I hope you pack some extra underwear. I'm about to take a big old right turn
Stop pulling
into
up
what
your
I call our deep, dark, and scary big woods.
Okay, we're going to deep, dark, scary, big woods.
Look at Swish. It's so cute.
Swiss roll is adorable.
Welcome to the
Hey,
dark
let
and
me
scary
say,
big woods,
your mom
ladies and
is not
gentlemen.
old.
Perhaps it's not as scary as I was hyping it up to be. Good for us. So, of course, as you can see, we keep this area of our safari field a whole lot more overgrown than the rest. And that is just the way we like it. Many of our bronzing species, like our North
there's
American elk,
somebody.
love to munch on the many low-hanging leaves and branches seen throughout here as a favorite pastime snack. And you can certainly catch a few more wallowing in that nice naturally flowing stream down to the right of us. That is yet another one of our many water sources out here. And yes, that is a young baby elk calf. That is not a baby deer, that is a baby elk.
I can't see it. And I'm allowed to break the rules and stand up. I'll get in trouble.
Oh, those guys down there, including our drama llamas in the field. Yes, that is what we call them. They like to stay away from the main herd and keep to themselves. But they also like to live it up in this nice, cool, relaxing bath of the stream. And of course, anyone can also use it as a nice, tall drink of water if they got a parched throat. And should worse come to worse, and any of our water sources somehow dry out here, folks, we come prepared with contingencies, because we come up with a backup 1,000-gallon water truck to top them off if need be. Now, of course, with all this talk about big wooded areas and safari fields, I wouldn't be surprised if the curious question had arisen, just how big is Lake Tobias actually? Well, I am proud to report that we are comprised of 200 acres out here in Halifax,
Hey
PA.
guys, I think I'm going to hop off
150 of
here.
those acres go to
Because
our
it's a
safari
while till we
fields
get to the
alone.
other animals. I don't want to bore you.
Now,
But
taking
thank you
it
for
up to
joining
us,
us.
we've got plenty
And
more
we will
value
do-
out there.
and we
These
will-
ones in particular are the females, looking after their adorable baby fawns.
And we will do a video of the rest of our time.
But
But thank y'all so much for coming on. We love y'all.
To find a nice private spot to give birth to their new baby fawns
I'm
this year.
glad you can enjoy. Listen, we love you. Have a great day. Remember,
Continuing to
what
help these little ones acclimate to their new environment at home.